Hi, I'm Peter Tragos, host of the Lawyer You Know podcast and YouTube channel. The saying goes, everyone hates lawyers until you need one. Well, I'm here when you need one to answer your questions and give you insight that you didn't know you needed. Along with my partners, Pete Sardis, the professor, who has a finance and business background, and George Tragos, my dad, and the consigliere, a criminal defense giant, we can answer any questions you have. What's up, everybody? It's Peter Tragos, the lawyer you know, and today we're going to break down the lawsuit that is going to trial this week between Vanessa Bryant and the LA County. Vanessa Bryant has filed a lawsuit for invasion of privacy against LA County for the actions of the firefighters and sheriff's officers who reported to the scene of the helicopter crash where Kobe Bryant and Vanessa Bryant's daughter passed away as a result of the helicopter crash. And those law enforcement officers and firefighters took pictures of the remains of Kobe Bryant and others at the scene and have been accused of sharing them with other people. So if you're interested in this topic, let me know by liking the video and commenting below if you want me to follow this trial, because it's starting this week. They are picking a jury as we speak, and we'll see what Vanessa Bryant can actually prove the harm is as a result of the actions from the LA County employees. So here are the facts, at least as they've been reported to us. Multiple firefighters and sheriff's officers took photographs of Kobe Bryant's remains, among other remains, at the site of the helicopter crash. And not only did they take those photos for no legitimate law enforcement purpose, but they took them on their personal phones and then showed them to friends and bartenders at bars and parties and other friends at award ceremonies for whatever reason. And there is some history of this in LA County, where these first responders show up to the scene and take horrifically gruesome pictures just to show to their friends. And nothing's been done about it in the past. And if any of you know firefighters or law enforcement officers, this is not exactly a rare thing. I know many law enforcement officers and firefighters that have taken photos at the scene of accidents or deaths or suicides or horrific events that they find interesting, appalling, or for whatever reason, they take these pictures and they show it to their friends, their family members. It is a topic of conversation, and it is wrong. And Vanessa Bryant has filed this lawsuit to try to get some compensation as a result of the actions of the police department and the firefighters that have wronged them and taken these pictures. And to make matters worse, when it was brought to the attention of the sheriff, he told them to delete those photos and wipe their phones clean. And over 10 people with over 100 photos and videos wiped their phones clean. And in depositions, they said that they got a new phone, so they didn't have their old phone anymore. Or it was just a routine wiping or cleaning out of their phone, which is why they deleted those photos. But a federal judge in this case has found that it was wrong and self-serving of these LA County employees to delete these photos. He also said that the information that has been lost is crucial to a determination of the sheriff's department and fire department and the county's liability. The families, the judge said, have been deprived of direct evidence of what the photographs at the heart of this lawsuit depicted, which victims were photographed, how many photos were taken and shared, and the extent of the dissemination. So they don't know what pictures were taken, how many pictures were taken, who the pictures were taken of, and where they were sent. And that's all really important, and we'll get to that later. But this judge has held that this self-serving deletion of these pictures will be held against, and a negative inference against, LA County in this trial. The jury will know that these pictures were deleted and why these pictures were deleted. And Vanessa Bryant's lawyers will be able to argue that this was common practice, and even the sheriff directed them to delete these photos, which just adds insult to injury to what Vanessa Bryant has had to go through as a result of their actions. A captain in the sheriff's office even said in one of his depositions that he was appalled the sheriff would tell these employees to delete these photos, knowing that a prior sheriff went to federal prison for obstructing a federal investigation in the past. It seems obvious that you would not want your employees to delete photos that may have evidentiary value. Yet, that's what happened in this case. The civil claim specifically seeks undisclosed damages to remedy civil rights violations, negligence, emotional distress, and violations of privacy. Yet the county has filed multiple motions trying to dismiss this case and motions for summary judgment, saying Vanessa Bryant does not actually have standing and does not actually state a cause of action because she does not have concrete harm proven to be done to her. And what they're saying is the pictures being taken did not cause the emotional distress Vanessa Bryant and her family have complained of. The helicopter crash and the horrific events that happened to her family, that is what caused her emotional distress, and the county is not responsible for those. Yet Vanessa Bryant says the main issue here is that for the rest of her and her family's life, they have to wonder, have these pictures actually been deleted? Will these pictures go viral on some website or some news organization at some point in the future? Will somebody randomly send her these pictures? She has to worry about that now every night when she goes to bed and every day when she wakes up. And she has other children that may one day get their hands on these photos that should have never been taken and definitely should have never been shared with the public for no legitimate law enforcement reason. And that is a key phrase that you're going to hear throughout this case. In addition to not having standing, they also said Vanessa Bryant never even saw the photos. So how could they cause her emotional distress? You're also going to hear that Vanessa Bryant in one of her depositions actually called the sheriff and begged him to make sure no photos were taken. Because she's not just a normal person like you or I. She is a celebrity. Kobe Bryant is a celebrity. People are going to want to take pictures. People are going to want to show their friends. People are going to want to send these and share these and sell these with news organizations and internet websites. So she knew this might be a problem, called the sheriff to try to make sure it wasn't going to be a problem, and the sheriff said, don't worry, this area is secured, promising her this issue would not happen, and her fear is exactly what happened. So as this has been an ongoing issue in LA County and frankly in many counties across America, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, signed an invasion of privacy bill called the Kobe Bryant Act in September of 2020 that makes it illegal for first responders to share photos of a dead person at a crime scene for any purpose other than an official law enforcement purposes. It is a misdemeanor crime punishable by up to $1,000 per violation and probably at least some county jail time, depending on what the punishments are that Gavin Newsom put into place for this crime. So this action has been kicked up to the criminal level. Seems obvious, seems like something you definitely shouldn't do, but Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa Bryant, has put this to the forefront of the community and the public because it is something we should care about. If first responders were doing this to our family members and our friends and people we know, how would we feel about it? And I think a jury is going to be asked that question in a bunch of different ways as to why this should not be the case, why this should not be happening, and why the county should be on the hook for damages for the emotional distress that they caused, for the civil rights that they violated, and for the invasion of privacy that took place in this case. Let me know which way you lean in the comments as far as whether or not this is actually the county's fault, whether or not you think Vanessa Bryant should have standing in this case, even though she never saw the photos, and even though the photos were deleted. And LA County says everything that's been done with these photos in this case has been to prevent the dissemination of these photos. That's why they deleted them. That's why they tried to put a cap on this before it got out of hand. Yet the judge didn't agree, Vanessa Bryant didn't agree, and this case is going to trial. So let me know in the comments and by liking the video if you want me to continue following this case going on right now in California. For today, that's all we've got. Thanks for watching this episode of The Lawyer You Know. If you like this content, please share it with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to our page and like our videos. If you want some interaction, get in the comments and we'll be sure to get back to you. If you want to know any more information about our firm or this page, you can find out in the description or visit tragoslaw.com. We post multiple times throughout the week, so make sure you hit that bell so you can get the notification and not miss out on the next episode.